All right, let's do this.
It's been a while since I could hold my head up high, and it's been a while since I first saw you, and it's been a while since I can.
How do I start these? Welcome. What's going on, guys? I decided to pull out the camera last minute again. Not to make this repetitive. As you know, I have not been doing daily vlogs, not uploading as much. I just decided to randomly pull out the camera, but I'm gonna make this pretty short and sweet. Kind of just give you guys one of those quick messages on YouTube, not like a full day. Right now I'm about 156, just did a little exercising back, as you saw. And the topic, of course, is just, again, like mental health with type 1, you know, I guess the consequence, I guess you could say. Basically, my point is, a while back, or not too long ago, the start of this whole funk is I made this Dr. Bernstein rant. You guys probably seen it if you've really been watching my videos. And I talked about, you know, this long rant. I couldn't even fit it into one Instagram post. Put it into 2 parts, and I was saying, like, you know, we were taught anything above 120, you know, that window of 70 to 180 is normal, it's part of diabetes. Why is it that Dr. Bernstein is teaching under 100 is normal? We should strive for normal. Why should we listen to either side? Sorry, kind of tired. And my point was, like, if you're, obviously the evidence shows having better, tighter control is, I guess, healthier. I don't know, don't quote me on that. And I'm like, but I'm the one binge eating and stress eating and burnt out. Is it worth all this madness? You know, someone commented that. She was like, she got my whole point. You know, I respected what she was saying. She was like, it's not worth it if you're going through all this, like, insanity. It really isn't, Ali. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I want longevity, whatever. But, you know, being that I'm not pulling out the camera, it's just that I'm in this funk and I want to, like, show face to you guys. I've been talking to some of you guys that are also burnt out, and shout out to Laura. Laura, if you're watching, I hope I said her name right. I talked on Instagram. I really want to dedicate this video to you. You're talking about not taking your insulin, just eating whatever, not caring, depressed. I'm going through the same thing. It's not that I'm not taking insulin, I'll probably be dead. But I'm burnt out in my own definition. It doesn't matter what it looks like. And no, I'm not talking about my blood sugar's 130 and I'm upset. I'm talking about, like, I'll give it to you guys right now. Last night, I got like a sandwich, falafel sandwich. Doesn't sound bad, I know. Had that, diet soda, haven't eaten the whole day, and I decided just to eat at 7 p.m. That's how it's either I binge eat or I don't eat. So I've been deciding not to eat, which, in my opinion, is better than binge eating. Kind of hard to argue with that, having flat blood sugars and not eating. And then right after the movie I saw with Matt, my friend, FTF Warrior, shout out to Matt, I went and grabbed 4 rolled tacos, another diet soda, and then I got another Halo Top ice cream. And that, you know, that's where I'm at, basically. Like, I eat whatever I want, and it sounds like I'm enjoying myself, but it's you know, what I'm trying to say is I'm showing face to you guys. I'm there too. I'm not gonna sit here and give you advice. It's wrong of me. I shouldn't do that, you know. To be honest, if I had results and did the things that I've been wanting to achieve, I'm glad I kind of didn't, because I would open up my mouth and start blabbing and tell you guys it's possible and all yada yada. But I think going down this path of how difficult it is for me, and I'm making it difficult, to be honest, it's kind of like my own credibility. Like, I don't sit on my high horse and say, you can do it, da, da, da. Like, no, I'm gonna go through the worst relationship with food, and I can sit on my high horse one day and then be on top on the other side. But if you're sorry, I'm worried about people hearing me. I need to get the vlog camera, vlog muscle. If you're a woman and you're going through, you know, burnout, understand that you have a power over most men, that you are vulnerable and you're willing to share and open. Most women are, and I'm I got a big feminine side of me, if you could tell. So I'm very open to telling people about this, and the benefit about that is you're humble, you have humility, you put your pride away and say, look, I have an issue, or I have an obstacle ahead of me, and it's my relationship with food, or my relationship with diabetes, or mental health, and you address it. And the males that are watching, have humility, tell your family, tell your friends. Everyone knows, so like I'm not like influenced by all these people to eat and whatnot. They know not to be around me. If I do stuff, it's gonna be alone, my choice and whatnot. I'm seeing therapy, that's one. Number two, tell your loved ones, share, open up. If you don't have people to talk to in person, I'm sure there's somebody watching that's in that position. It's hard, I know. Reach out on Instagram. I'm there. A lot of people are there. You'd be surprised how much support and love you'd get from strangers. I love you guys. Take care. This is not the end of the video. I'm gonna walk home. I don't know what else I have to tell you guys. Oh yeah, lastly, I know this is boring and whatever. Thank you for watching, seriously. For the few, I'm just going through the motions with my diabetes. I've learned to use that. It's like a backup fuel. It's like dirty fuel in the car. I know it sounds like a weird metaphor, but the point is, how would I say this? Going through the motions with my burnout is like I just wake up and go, whatever, I'll just check my blood sugar. It's not like I've just been using Dex lately, but I'll pull out my meter. Like, all right, I gotta go to work, I can't eat, or I can't do whatever. Or I'll have 3 cups of coffee, not at once, but if I'm gonna have something to keep me occupied, you know, I'll listen to a lot of music, and then I'll go through the motion of like just working out. And by the time I'm in the middle of the workout, my mind is like stimulated to, I guess, the rotation of what I should be doing. And that being said, when you work out, for me, I feel fuller quicker. Like my food starts hitting my brain like that. It's like, hey man, you've had a lot of food, and all I've had is like chicken breast and eggs. Nothing crazy today yet. So I'm like walking back, I'm like, yo, I didn't want to eat, just want to drink some water. And you feel a little bit better. That's going through the motions with it and just pulling that demon. If you're gonna have something bad, you know, minimize it as much as possible is what I'm trying to tell myself. You know, like if you're gonna have something, eat something that's relatively good for dinner, that you know how to dose for, it's safe, and then have your Halo talk or whatever, or like, I don't know, don't have it too late. Nonetheless, guys, I really appreciate you guys. Shout out to Laura again and all the people going through burnout. I'm standing right next to you. I wish I could literally stand next to you and help you out, but you take care. Okay, this is perfect timing. I'm gonna end off on this. This is how I see it. So like, I'm stressed out right now because Dex is reading 160, slight arrow up. I was just 150. Here's my point. I feel like when other aspects of our life aren't doing too well, or they're just not great, you know, you're just sad in general, it becomes like part of it's you being how do I say this? So if you're burnt out from your diabetes, it can also mean you're stressed out from something else. So being that I'm a little sad right now, I'm smart enough to recognize that it's not just because the 160 slight arrow up. I've seen these, you know, my freaking butt itches, and I know it's like it happens, but I'm aware that other things are bothering me, you know, whether that be relationship stuff, whether that be family stuff, whether that be career stuff. I've talked about this plenty of times. So it's important to like address that and understand if you've been doing this whole diabetes thing for a good amount of time, you've probably been doing this longer than me. It's not the matter that diabetes is bothering you, it could be something else. And on this last note, this sounds like kind of bizarre, but I thought about this really deeply, and I really guys want you to hear this. So a lot of you know I'm a big hip-hop fan. And when I think about someone like Dr. Dre, you know, he's one of my favorite producers ever. When he went about honing his craft of making beats, he hustled for knowledge, you know what I mean? Like if he went to someone else's studio, he would sit there and watch the other producer, like what did he do different? And he would take a golden gem and apply it in his life. And all those years accumulated to becoming like the greatest producer ever, in my opinion. Whatever, but my point is he's crafted it and he's made it better and better and better. And when he's made a bad beat, he doesn't sit there and like beat himself up or make himself a bad person or want to give up on music, which I'm sure it's happened every now and then, you know, whatnot. But because like what I want to say is I wish that we had that for our diabetes, that we can sit there and like almost like want to be a samurai and be this like monk with our diabetes and like have infinite like wisdom and hustle and knowledge. And I'm not saying we need to be perfect and hustle all the time. What I'm saying is like we hone our craft like we're artists. But then this notion hit me. I could do that. Yeah, I could pull that off one day, you know, where I'm just honing my craft. I'm constantly, you know, traveling around the world, learning from other diabetics, like tips and tricks and weird stuff like that can apply to my life. And that's how I define hustle. But not everyone likes it. And that's like, well, duh, not everyone loves diabetes. Like, that's so, like, normal. That's part of, like, and that's the sad part is, like, you can become a great music producer if you love music. If you don't love diabetes, well, that means you're a human. I don't think most people like diabetes almost like I do. I don't love it, but obviously being the vlog channel and Diabetes Hustle podcast, I can sit there and talk about it all day. It's just like, it makes me sad to think, like, the fact that we don't like it, we don't become amazing. And no, I know there's like being exceptional, which is like, okay, we don't like it, but we still have to get better. And that mentality of like, you know, oh, highs are normal, carb counting, and, you know, the ADA standards, have an A1C of 6 and higher is normal, 6.6 to 7.5. Like, that aches my heart, it kills me, you know, like, I don't want that. I'm a believer that's gonna cause complications and amputations and all that stuff. That's not what I want. So, point is, not everyone loves diabetes. Not everyone wants to hone it like a craft. And that's normal. And I feel like some of my purpose is, you know, when I want to put a smile on someone's face with diabetes, gosh, I've been saying this 100 times, diabetes music videos, diabetes content, skits, interviews. I want to be able to put that smile on their face and make it cool almost. Because who knows how long we're going to have this disease. So I'm going to end off here, guys. I'm almost home. I'm remembering the more I get stressed out about this number, it's more from other things. So try to make other parts of my life balanced out and happy. I love you. Take care. Reach out to me on Instagram. Link is in the description. You don't need to follow me. Just reach out. I'll see you soon.